Hey everyone, this is just a quick instructional for fitting my custom quad Cortex plate protectors. When you receive them, they will likely be as a kit. You'll have kind of three main pieces here: the left side, the right side, and the kick ring, and also depending on what color options you've gone for, because there will be multiple colors available. It will also come with some finger tight knurled nuts here that will help retain the plate and keep it where it is. And if you've gone for the optional LED diffusers here as well, those are a friction fit press in, which you can use or not use, but I highly recommend you do. They're very cool. So let's just go over how you would put all this together. Now, if you take your left side and whatever color kick ring protector you've got, that has literally got a recess on there. You friction fit this in, should be nice and tight, and then it will press in and be completely flush with the top surface like so. You'll then take your right half, and you can see there are some interface joins here. These will press into place, and again, a lot of attention has been paid to getting a good friction fit, and that's it. There's your plate put together. Now, I will pre-do the bending join, because obviously the quad Cortex has this angle here. It's a very shallow but slight down tilt for where the foot switch rotary encoders are. If you need to bend it more, the channel does have some walls here to stop you over bending it, so don't worry about that. But hold the whole thing as one and just give it a little bit of a bend, just to make sure it's got that nice downward angle here. And if anything, it's okay if it's slightly more angled. Once it's actually pressed on here and the retaining nuts are on, that will hold it all completely flush. So you'll see here at this point, everything will click into place and look beautiful and flush as it does here. There you go. And then what we're going to do is, first of all, if you've got the LED diffusers here, and these are designed, as I spoke about in my previous video, to take the LEDs that are 5mm in diameter and blow them out to 10, and also they're in a 5mm recess because of the thickness of the plate. You might like that, you might keep it just the way it is, or if you want these diffusers, this will bring that light back to the surface so it can be seen from any angle on stage. And then these are again a friction fit. If you wanted to glue them in, you could, but I think people probably want the option to take them in and out. You literally, with this nice and flat on the quad Cortex, so I tend to hold it flat, put one of these into the middle, and then you just give it a good push. Hang on, there we go. You can feel when it lines up, and then it will just grip, and that's it. It's in, it's installed. You can see how it looks on the other side. It's got that small channel in there just to sit directly flat on top of the LED. Project that light out, and you can see it blows the light out to 10mm, so you get more light, which, you know, more is more, as Mr. Malmsteen said. So that is the LED diffusers. If you ordered those with yours, you'll get the number that you need, which I think is 11, plus you'll also get a few extras in there as well. I've been road testing these for about 4 months, lots of flights, back of tour bus trailers, and nothing has ever, these have never popped out. So they really shouldn't. The friction fit is good. Once they're square in there, they will stay there. And they, yeah, again, they work really well for purpose. You can hear that little creak, that's the friction fit. And the only other thing you could do is, because it's diffusing the light slightly, it can take a little bit away from the brightness. And I mean, not really on full brightness, but on the dim setting. You can go into the settings on the Cortex and raise the dim LED value up a couple of percent if you feel like those could be a little brighter in their dim setting. But you can see in their lit setting, they're just as bright, and they work perfectly. So those are the LED diffusers. The last thing that I would suggest before putting the securing nuts on here, and again, there will be color options for these as well. If you want to, for instance, if you wanted to have black for these, but maybe red ones for this side, or just as with the kick ring, you can customize the colors as you please. The one thing it can't do, it will hold securely this part, it will hold this part. There's no way really, in a nice aesthetically pleasing way, to hold down this top left corner. Now, generally it's not really a problem. It usually just sits flat and it's fine anyway. But I will include some pre-applied adhesive that goes in 3 places: under here, here and here, and that will just hold this top left corner perfectly flush. Now, I've been very careful with my choice of adhesive, and I've been through loads. It's a tape gel adhesive. It does an amazing job of, once it's stuck down, it stays down. It takes a little bit of force. You have to get under there and really sort of pry it up and hold it, and the adhesive will let go. But the most important thing for me is that when that adhesive comes off, it stays together on the tape that it's on. It doesn't leave loads of gunky adhesive all over either the plate or the quad Cortex. It comes off really cleanly. So I really love this stuff. Anyway, that will be tape backed and pre-applied to the plate. If you don't want to use it, don't peel the backing off. If you do want to use it, peel it off, stick it down, and then you know the whole thing, that top left section is going to stay there and not lift in any way. But as I said, even when you secure it, you can see it's pretty good at staying down. Just in terms of putting these on, this is a proprietary sized thread on these rotary encoders, which was a real pain for me to design, but I did manage it, and it's a very fine thread. So what that means is, unfortunately, it's very easy to cross thread these when you put them on. The best way to put them on is to place them on top, rotate, add a little downwards pressure and rotate backwards, and keep going backwards until you kind of hear, you will at some point there, oh well, you didn't really hear the click, but basically you'll hear a little click. There it is, and that means that the threads have now aligned, and with that done, you can then roll it forwards clockwise, and you'll see that it screws on all the way flush, and you only need to go slightly over finger tight. And that's why I didn't make a hex nut out of these like I did in my first iteration of them, because that will encourage people to put a spanner on them and over tighten them. You literally just need to go finger tight until there's good friction there, and you're done. They won't come undone, and they work perfectly. And again, there will be various color options. So again, I just back up until I feel the threads align and then go forward, and then there you have it. And that will hold that down beautifully. There'll be one for every one of these. The adhesive will hold in the top left, and that's it, you're done. Go out and enjoy your beautiful looking custom to you color combination plate protector. As I said, if you look at my previous video, I talk about the different in a bit more detail about the design concepts of all the parts of this. I can't remember if I mentioned there's different finishes as well. I think I did. You can see in this one we've got that kind of carbon fiber effect on the black, and then this crushed carbon kind of galaxy speckled look on the right, translucent red color. We can talk more about color options if you decide to go for it. As I did mention also in that video, there is a different version of this as well, which will have the screen protector built into it. That one is, I've got a few of these. This is a prototype one here in red and grey, and then my favourite absolutely leery colour combination is the Minecraft colourway. You can see this has all the LED diffusers fitted, and this one also has the screen protector, and you can see that magnetically sits in place and lifts like that. You can move that out the way if you need to change options, but this is certainly a more rain-proof option if you do a lot of outdoor gigging and you want that extra protection across the main screen, as well as the custom look and everything else. So that shows you how to install it. Very easy. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, get in touch.